Okay.
That we don't need.
Disclaimer. The information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GANs processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
In the world of creation, we had the two extremes, except in the case of the Creator and Mitra, where we could never bring the functionality of the soul within the functionality of physicality. We had the physicality hidden within the soul, or soul within the physicality, or in conjunction of the two, one would never had the understanding of the totality, where we could transit but exist in both directions. With the new cycle, this is what Einstein said: when you turn one atom, the other atom changes. This new dimension will blow that field which commonly exists between all the cells of the universe into that position, which means all the created things, as a gift from the Creator in a way, become able to transmute between the two dimensions. There's a reason for this, and it's taken a long time for it to be done, and it has reached its pinnacle and it will be completed. It's already in the process of being completed. Was to take from the essence of the soul of every created things of the time, beginning of time, an essence of the creation of the soul or the center, and create a new creature which carries all the essence of the created in the new soul, which can with it go from the soul of the Creator to the soul of physicality of Mitra. This is what the whole knowledge is. The Creator is the universe, and Mitra the dimension of physicality and its behavior towards the dimension of physicality. And with a new system, every creature in the universe will have the understanding of the capability to transmute between the two. This has a lot of implication for all races in the universe, because now they all become the same. In the coming time, we will see even change in the position of galaxies, position of universes. Many systems will move due to the changes which has been brought. Man doesn't have that knowledge as such to monitor, but we'll have the knowledge to see, we'll have the time to see that with the new fields, as we call it, a lot of things will move in the right position to keep that ability to change between the two. That you don't need to kill to keep the physicality going, you don't need to steal, and the soul does not need to be engaged or to escape, to be out on its own, to be able to confirm its existence. And this this process will complete very soon. That the whole of universal community will be able to have the benefit of the two, both in the dimension of energy or matter, which never existed. When we released the soul, we had to get rid of the physicality. You call it death. When we brought the soul, you had to give it the physicality, and you go through the dimension of the birth, and then you have the whole commotion of bringing the two. With a new system, both soul and the soul of physicality work together in the existence of dimension. We expect a massive change in the physical characteristics of human race in the coming century, because we change into the emotion of the physicality. The way, as I said many times, but many never understood, Indians and Pakistanis were the same, till one chose to take different kind of energy in the other one, and we see change of the feature. Now, with the balance between the soul of the man and the soul of physicality of man, many of us will change feature, without a shadow of a doubt. Man will change the faces of anger, man will change the faces of hate, man will change the face of warmongering, because we get satisfied in the field of it. And this is part of what will be and what has already started, and the completion of will be the birth of Mitra. Physical completion of birth of Mitra in a physical dimension, not in myths. And then we have the soul of the Creator, which the two will complete the cycle. And then, as I said very recently to one of my listeners, then we'll see if Adam will eat from the apple of love and giving it. And then we'll see how humanity will change. And the whole creation will change. We are at the verge of that change. Much, much closer than anybody could think of, not only a human race.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 62nd public meeting for testimonials here on Monday, January 10th, 2022. It should say, not 2021. I'll fix that. Okay, I think we'll try to get into today's testimonials from experiences of the use of the Keshe plasma technology. And I think we have a couple of examples here. I know that Jefferson had something he would like to bring forward. Perhaps we can begin with that. And if others also have some experiences they would like to share, we'll get into that in a few minutes here. Okay, Jefferson, would you like to go ahead?
Hi. Hello, Rick. Hello, everyone. This is Jefferson Rodrigues from Brazil. It's always a pleasure to be with you all everywhere. And the testimonial that I would like to bring, it's not exactly about the ganses, but it's about the knowledge. Just to give a background overview, I have already made, when I started the technology with the Cup of Life last year, and all the benefits that I have had to myself, to my family, to my friends, and all the community. I have made already a written testimonial and submitted to the Keshe Foundation, written. But today I would like to bring another topic that I think it happened to me. It brought me a lot of knowledge about this technology. After the pandemic started last year, that, by the way, on 24th of January, we're gonna make the second birthday of the One Cup of Life in China experiments. And after I started, due to the pandemic and all the consequences from that pandemic, I was needed to not to quit the job, but I just got a payoff leave so I could help my company to survive during the pandemic due to all constraints that we have in the world. So I had time to study and start to interact with this technology that I understood it's amazing, thanks to the knowledge of Mr. Keshe is bringing. And that's a background. And by that time, I had no very much contact with the internet, with downloads, YouTube, Facebook. I just used to meet friends, whatever. But I was not aware of the rules and all the good practices from this particular world. And I started to study a lot. I made the 4 basic GANs. I bought all the equipment. I started to make my 4 basic GANs kits and trying to understand and studying in Wikipedia studying in the public, teachings from Mr. Keshe, and everywhere that I could get information and start to go and to look forward. And by that time, at Keshe Foundation store, we had the books, but by that time only hard copies. They had no ebook available at that time anywhere. So I thought, oh, I would like to read these books, to complement, to understand, because I think it was so important for the understanding of the knowledge, the basic of the knowledge. So looking in the internet, interact with the others, I received the 3 books in an archive. So I said, oh, somebody gave me that. But I downloaded it and something very interesting happened. When I look at the page, at the front page of the book 1, I could not open it. I look at that and said, oh, what's going on? I cannot open the book because something is wrong. The way that I got the book is not correct. I cannot open the book. So what I did, I thought, well, I will see the price of these books from the Keshe Foundation store, and I will donate this amount of money to the Keshe Foundation. That's what I did. I donated the value of these 3 books to the Keshe Foundation. So this was very interesting. I felt a little bit better, although I knew that something was not good. And due to honesty and good conduct, I knew something was wrong. Although it was
Hello, Jefferson. It's, the sound got less there. Is it just on my end or is it for everyone? Is there a change in microphone?
It's for everyone. Yeah, something happened. He faded out.
Yeah, your sound went, it's like your microphone just cut out or there's a disconnect there.
Is it better now?
No, it's still very faint.
Yes, because the telephone just called. I quit the call. I don't know what's going on.
Check your volume level in Zoom. It probably adjusted your volume. Maybe you can increase your, just increase the volume on your phone or something. Or your microphone rather.
Is it better now?
No.
Okay, I will get out and just come back. I try to take.
Yeah, that'll probably reset it. I can hear an echo too, and I hear my own voice.
Okay, I'll be back. Hello, Rick.
That's better. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Just let me take it where I was. And the thing is, I downloaded, I paid for this. Not I paid, I just made a donation for the Keshe Foundation. So I could open the book number 1. And I opened the book number 1. I started to read the book number 1. And I could not understand anything. Although I was studying and listening, comprehending a little bit, it was just, I could understand the words, but I could not connect with the writer. It's a very amazing feeling. I go to the middle of the book, I could understand the formulas, I could understand what they say, but I could not comprehend what the writer really wanted to. So I said, oh, although it's not right yet, because I made a donation, but this book does not come from the source. It comes from something that's not fair, that's stealing, that's taken from the Mr. Keshe. So now I understand. I understood by that time that when Mr. Keshe said that the conduct and correctness is make part of this knowledge and this technology. So I just give up the books. I put them aside, and I continue studying and made it as a private teaching. And I'm very lucky to have the teachings from Jalal, Marie, Mario, all the friends, yeah, from you, Rick, Alex. And I started to, I could understand everything, that every teaching I could comprehend, but the books I could not. Then these books came to be for sale or to be sold in the Amazon. So I bought the books from Amazon. So that's the correct way. I just bought the books, I downloaded the books, and something magic happened. When I opened the book number 1, it was just like opening a candy box, a shiny candy box. It's amazing. Every phrase, every word, it shines. You can understand, you really can go in the inner exactly the meaning of the Mr. Keshe put down on those lines. And he said in one of his teachings, when we can really understand what the writer wrote, we elevate the soul of the writer and we elevate our soul as well. So I'd like to bring this, and not to say that now the words shine for me, that I can understand the philosophical meaning of these words and these pages, but so many informations. There, of course, I'm just scratching. It's just the beginning of beginning, but now it's open, and I can join these words, his feelings when he wrote this book, and I hope they can proceed, bring it other books, because it's amazing. So I'd like to share this experience, the experience of understanding the way. Was my experience. I don't say that someone had passed the same, but it's a so amazing feeling that I'd like to share with you all. And the correctness, the true essence of this technology opens many doors in our consciousness, and mainly in our awareness, because this is, I think, the only way we can connect with the plasmatic fields and interactions with the creator, with the Mitra, and the whole forces in our planet, the whole force of the universe that we are joining, I think. And I really believe, in my view, when Mr. Keshe says that the Mitra is a manifestation, it's a manifestation within all of us, and not one person or one plant or one fish or one stone. It's within all of us. We can make it happen. We can interact. Now I am almost sure you can interact with the totality of the universal forces and fields in the all meaning, but through ourselves. each one of us. So that's my view, my testimonial that I'd like to bring about these books and the situation that I lived. And nowadays, it's a joy. Sometimes I read the book at the same page 10 times. And every time I read it in a different meaning. It's very funny because every time I read it, I think we elevated the soul of Mr. Keshe, how he brings us another knowledge, another word, another feeling that connects with something that Jalal says, something that Alex brings, that you, Rick says, and the teaching team and everyone, Shweta, and everybody. I cannot say all the names because everybody is so knowledgeable, have so many knowledge about this technology. This is always a pleasure to listen to you all and to connect to you all. And I believe we are in the right direction, the direction of the plasma, the true plasma that's free, but it's correct. It works flawless. There is no stealing, there is no pretending, there is nothing. And say always thank you to Mr. Keshe and all of you in this testimonial. I would like to let it register with my voice. Thank you very much, everybody. I'll be with you. I'll be in the background. Thank you.
Thank you, Jefferson. Dean here. Can I ask you a question if you can step forward again? So just so some of the people, the folks out there know that how this technology reaches across from each person, soul, and seems to radiate and give everybody an experience that is unifying humanity. And I remember recently that we had some communication over a platform, and we were speaking about the technology, and we were speaking about the stack system that I had, and I know you had a universal stack. And I distinctly remember, Jefferson, when I was speaking to you, all of a sudden the atmosphere outside my environment greatly enhanced. There was quite a cloudy day.
Excuse me, Dean, could you get a little closer to the mic or adjust it there? It's hard to hear a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that better, Rick?
Oh yeah, way better. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. So I remember speaking with you, Jefferson, and as I said, all of a sudden in the environment, the sun shone incredibly brightly. And I knew it was a soul connection, and that, as I said, the interaction of the souls, the interaction of this technology reaches across. And I believe that you're in Brazil, and I'm obviously in Austria, and so it seems to me that there was no definition of borders or time zones or anything. It was just a very direct contact that seemed to be instant and in the moment, and a very deep connection that happened in a very incredible way. And I'm sure many of us have experienced this in many times as a knowledge seeker. It's funny how the smallest little bit of the technology, once you connect with it, seems to open up a new, I use the word dimension, a new, completely new dimension of awareness, not only within ourselves personally, but I think it affects the whole environment. And I'm sure it touches the physicalities of the souls that are present within the structure of the environment we're all staying in. Do you remember that interaction, Jefferson?
Yes, Dean, I remember. And it was very interesting because the interaction, I feel very strongly from everywhere, from every place. When you said that you saw the sun coming, here it was overcast, but the sun started to shine a little bit as well. I said, oh, very interesting. Because the sun is the plasma energy that really brings and makes all this happen. That's the point, I think, in my view now, when we feel the sun strength and not the temperature, the brightness, but the fields that comes from the sun, we really understand that he is balanced books, makes the things happen in our awareness and consciousness. But I've been feeling in my consciousness and awareness and my physicality, so many good experience, so many wonderful feelings that I cannot explain, but I really can feel all of you. It's very interesting. I can feel not all, but everywhere. You know, as you said, sometimes you are in somewhere, the whole environment changes. The birds change. The bird just comes over. They just fly by. So I said, oh, good. Something is happening. And I think it's not with me, it's with everyone. But we must have the focus to comprehend and to look at it. Look at these small and little indications. Keep the focus everywhere, small noise. Sometimes you look, you see something that is very interesting. You said, oh, no, because of the way that I think the plasma of the universe is manifesting, it's everywhere, even the small bugs and ants or whatever, flies, they are all, I think, interacting with us. But in a good sense, they're feeling that we are doing something that will help or that they want to interact with us. It's a very nice feeling. But I remember, yes, Odim. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jefferson. That was nice to hear. So, what was your first? A little bit of just ask you a few questions, if that's okay. So, what was your first interaction with the knowledge? You say you read the books. Did you make any tools to begin with? Simple twisting of coils and using the technology, the one cup, one life. How did you first come to know the technology other than the books on a physical level?
Well, if I have time to bring this, I can tell you.
Yeah, of course.
My daughter, last year, she was studying and working in Australia, in Byron Bay, Gold Coast. She went there to learn English, and that I think is very important, as we know. And she was working as well there when the pandemic started. And she had finished her courses and her work, and she went to Thailand because she likes to play Muay Thai as a art. And when she told me, I'm gonna go to Thailand because I have some money that I saved, I said, oh, but do you know that there is a pandemic that is starting on China or those? She said, no, I don't know. There is nothing that I know. I said, oh, must be careful, whatever. So after I talked to her, all my environment in my apartment got a little bit dark. So I felt that something wrong was going on. You know, when everything is normal, it's just like a dim light coming in my eyes. So I started to look at the internet. Said, no, there is must have something about this pandemic, because she's gonna come back from a place where we don't know what's gonna happen to her. And as I love so much my children, so I started to look at the internet. Then I met the video from Mr. Keshe. I think it was 2 or 3 days that the day that he posted the video. I just opened my mind. It was around 11 p.m. by that time. And I watched the video of Mr. Keshe and the way that he looked at me, and I saw the whole truth, the power of his words, and I could understand and believe in him immediately. So right away, I got some wires here in my apartment from old wires that I have here. I had one battery, so I made it right away. In 2 hours, I had the reactor working. I said, oh, I think it's good. This is gonna work. So next day I woke up, it was everything red because the battery was not zinc, pure zinc. So I said, oh, no problem. I throw it away, and I went and I bought some new batteries with zinc. So I created my first cup. The next day I was the cup working. So that's the way. So my daughter, after 1 or 2 weeks, she came back. My waters were already washed. I was already drinking because it was well in the beginning of the pandemic. But she came back, and she was okay. But she studies in another city. So after 1 week, she was okay. And she went to the university that she takes here in Brazil, in Florianópolis, another city. And one night, I told her, oh, take this water is good, it's a new science, new technology. She said, oh, Father, no, don't need, you know. I said, okay, no problem. Just go, you keep in contact. So one day at around 10 p.m. at night, she called and she said that I'm really bad. I cannot breathe well. I have pain all my body. I have cough. My head is blowing. I don't know what to do. I said, no, don't do anything. Don't go to hospital now, because the hospital now, the pandemic was already a little bit stronger. And I said, no, just take some tablets for cold, and tomorrow, early morning, we're gonna see what we're gonna do. If because the airplanes were not flying anymore, everything was grounded. So I said, oh, no problem. You take my car and drive 1,000 kilometers. I will take water to her, no problem. And but after I talked to her, I made it a protocol to myself. I put towels in my head. I drank water every time. I use the bubble, and thinking about her soul, how good soul she is, how good person she is. She's amazing. She's marvelous. She likes nature. She's so beautiful. So, you know, and I made this procedure during around 5 hours to myself, thinking about her soul. And I went to sleep. In the early morning, I called her. I said, my daughter, please tell me, how are you today? She said, oh, bad. It's very interesting happened. I woke up with nothing. I don't feel pain. I don't feel any headache. My throat is good. My smell is good. It's something bizarre happened. And I just told, oh, thanks, universe. for this opportunity to participate and to understand that this is so huge that you can make it through our love and through our emotion. Really, it did. After I made the protocol to myself, thinking about her, I was sure that next day she would be good. And that happens. She never had any flu or cold from that time on. Now, today she's got her own reactor. She's got. Then I told her the whole history, what had happened. So she accepted immediately the reactor, the gases. She's got everything. Wherever she goes, she plays. In a different way. They don't study but they know they are protected through it. So this is the cornerstone for me. So I joined the Keshe Foundation Brazil and be a volunteer. I started to produce a lot of water. I helped so many people around. I have so many different cases, but there are cases from everywhere. If you go to the street, I gave water to people on the street, and they just say, must do this, but you see them the next month, they are okay. People who were really bad in the hospitals, I got a way to get some water in the cream to pass in the body and to spray, and after 3-4 days, they said, oh, they're home. I said, man, this is, it's fantastic. Everybody must have this. That's why I have a really effort to bring the cup of life as much personal as I can. I try to help here as well in the groups, but we are spreading. But I do sometimes in a different front. Sometimes I work in a different way of spreading the knowledge throughout the internet, throughout the chat rooms, explaining people how they can benefit themselves from this technology to make this technology spread within the consciousness of people. Because in conscious, everybody have it already. But to bring to the conscious collectively, it's another thing that is happening now, I think. I think the whole humanity have already received the input, the files. I don't know whether sleeping or during they have it, but they are not aware, or they are aware but not conscious yet. And that a few I think we are doing this. And after, I believe that all these systems that Mr. Keshe is bringing publicly, these machines, when they come, it will bring a very huge movement for the people to understand how we can bring this technology without spending almost any money. Everybody can make its own home. And I have many wonderful experiences. And I can tell you, no one that have used this in the correct way, with a good intention, no one passed away here in Brazil. It's amazing. It's amazing. You see, everything is, we are kind of wages. Wherever you go that the people are using, they don't care about what's going on. They said, no problem. It's bright and it's so lovely part around. It's not mine. It's the plasma field that all of us is constructing throughout this piece of dome, and the interaction with the nature, the birds, the animals. All of them are doing, I think, a kind of help with the stones that, it's so huge and powerful, the plasma at a higher level that I don't understand yet. But it will bring the change for the whole humanity. And I think soon. And it's not due to one, it's due to the totality, all of us. So it's another testimony. It's the second. That's, I have it made it written.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. To hear you describing the technology like that, and to that interaction of it sounds to me that obviously you're deeply connected with your daughter, and as many people are with their close families. But it seems to me that the extension of this now is the family is humanity. It's everybody's been included, and the field strength is gathering pace and gathering its momentum and its strength. And we're all feeling it in these moments. And we all know, not everybody will know, but there's been something that has happened. It's called Mithra. Mithra has arrived in physicality on the planet Earth. And this particular soul hasn't been present for quite some time. And now that this soul is present, it's raising and elevating the soul of mankind in many, many different ways. And you've just described perfectly the interactions and the soul interactions you're having yourself. And it seems to me that when you open yourself up and allow this technology to be part of you, part of your environment, as you rightly pointed out, it increases the beauty all around you, your awareness of small things, little things that sometimes you don't have time to pay attention to. But they have great significance when you start joining the dots together. And you start to paint a picture that shows you a new dimension of understanding and your own incredible beauty that you have, each and every single one of us within us. And I think the ganses, the plasma, the field strength that is being opened up and shown is starting to make a lot of humanity to shine, starting to elevate. And whether it's a very simple bit of the technology, something like the health plan, which I say is simple. It's simple in the application of how you make it, but the actual the application of the knowledge of actually using it and how it can enhance yourself is quite incredible once you actually experience it. When you experience the plasma wind for the first time, I've had many people that I've had in contact with, and they have, when they experience it, it's a little bit of astonishment of how this can go away, how it can change an environment very, very quickly. And they suddenly, you can feel the connection. You can feel the connection and a deep understanding, a lot deeper understanding that opens up. And that's quite an incredible thing. And long may it continue, and I'm sure it will. It's going to keep growing and growing, and it's going to spread across to all the people. When this technology reaches and becomes apparent in many people's environments and lives, then we will have a very, very big change in the society of humanity and beyond, because we are getting into a position where we will
Excuse me, Dean, can you adjust your mic again? It's hard to
Sorry,
hear you.
it keeps sitting down. So I got a Mr. Keshe's old problem that he used to have a long time ago. Yeah, it's definitely elevating the soul of mankind, and I see all the souls present here right now. Many of you I recognise that are present on the panel and stuff, and I know you have many, many experiences between you. I know we have Elizabeth. You put your hand up. Have you still got your testimonial, Elizabeth? Have you still got one you'd like to bring forward? Be nice to hear from you. She might have disappeared for now. We have Gianni present. Gianni, would you like to come forward and give a testimonial? Do you have anything to present?
Hello, everyone. Yes, Dean.
Ah, wonderful. We knew
Hello,
we could rely on
everybody.
you,
Horacio here.
Gianni. I know you have some beautiful things to say. Do you have something to show?
Horacio, please help me.
Do we have anybody that can translate for Gianni?
Yeah, Horatio's there. I just promoted him to.
Horacio.
Let me promote Gianni as well.
Okay.
And
I'm
that was-
okay.
Okay, we're good to go, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Bună seara tuturor.
Hello, everybody.
M-am gândit să fac o retrospectivă a anului 2021.
I want to make a retrospective of the year 2021.
Încerc să fiu cât mai scurt posibil ca să dau spațiu și la celorlalți pentru împărtășit.
I will try to be as short as possible to give the other one space to manifest.
Și dacă îmi permiteți, pornesc share screen-ul ca să dau drumul la foto.
And if you allow me, I will let to share screen.
Ok. Începem cu prima fotografie, care este cu domul care l-am făcut aici, la Petrila.
This is the first picture with the dome we built here in Petrila.
Și astăzi începem cu cum am început să facem domul, să-l plasmatizăm.
And today I will start with how we plasmatize the dome.
Bineînțeles, am făcut prima dată gansurile de bază.
Of course, the first time I made the basis ganses.
Se vede și în foto, destul de clar, cele
You can
patru.
see in the picture.
Apoi am luat elemente naturale, ceară, rășină de brad.
And then we took natural elements from the bees. We took the how do you call it? The wax
Resin.
and from the pine tree the the clay from the pine cone. Yeah.
Yes. Am folosit nanomateriale de zinc și de cupru.
We use nanomaterials from zinc and copper.
Nanomateriale de plante.
Nanomaterials from plants.
Ulei de măsline, dar în general uleiuri presate la rece.
Olive oil and especially press at cold temperature.
Am preparat crema cu care să tratăm lemnul.
We prepared the cream that we use to cover the wood structure.
Și am trecut la treabă.
And we got to work.
Am nano-acoperit lemnul.
I nano-covered the wood with fire.
Am făcut triunghiurile, după care am trecut la montaj.
We made the triangles and then we put them together.
Ok. Deci mai departe am pregătit soarele GG
And then we prepare the JJ sun.
și cred că se vede în imagine, vorbim de două inele, într-unul CH3 oxid de cupru, în celălalt CO2ZNO și în mijloc câte 5 ml din fiecare.
As you can see in the picture, there are two rings that each one has inside another ring. So the one outside is copper oxide and CH3, and the other one is CO2 and ZNO, and the ball in the middle contains 5 milliliters CH3, 5 milliliters from all the gases.
Interesant că fotografia aceasta am ales-o pentru prezentarea de astăzi, din multele care sunt cu domul.
Interesting, because this is the picture that I chose to start with this presentation.
Și este chiar cea care a ales-o și Rick.
And it's the same that Rick picked.
Aha, that's why I picked that one for today. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick. Ceea ce vedeți pe dom este o plasă de umbrire.
What you see on the dome, it's a mesh for shade
Pe care am nano-acoperit-o
that I nano covered,
și am lăsat-o pentru o săptămână, nano-acoperită cu nanoplante,
I nano covered with nano plants,
după care am lăsat-o o săptămână în plasmă de CO2ZNO.
and then I left it for a week in CO2 and ZNO plasma water.
Ok, după ce domul a fost gata și cam târziu anul anterior,
After the dome was ready and a little late this last year,
târziu din punct de vedere al obișnuințelor, pentru că cu ajutorul plasmei am reușit să germinăm semințele în 72 de ore.
late for what we used to do, but we managed to pop the seeds in 72 hours from with the plasma water. Germinate the seed.
Vorbim de semințe care în mod obișnuit aici la munte germinează după 3 săptămâni, o lună de zile.
And I'm talking about the seeds that normally here in the mountains germinate in 2 weeks.
Ok, semințele, după ce le-am ținut în plasmă și ați văzut, au germinat. În interiorul domului l-am împărțit în 12 raze.
After the seeds were plasmatized, inside the dome I made 12 rays.
Bineînțeles, în dom a fost plasmatizat pământul cu bioplasmă.
Of course, inside the dome, on the ground was pulverized with plasma biocompost.
Modul de preparare l-am prezentat într-un testimonial din anul anterior.
The preparing mode of the plasma biocompost, I shared with you on another testimonial. I shared it already, yeah.
Datorită câmpurilor plasmatice și câmpurilor a tot ceea ce este în interiorul unui dom, au crescut foarte repede.
because of the field, the plants grew very fast.
Practic, față de mod obișnuit, cam de 3 ori mai rapid.
Practically, from the usual time, approximately three times faster.
De data aceasta chiar și noi am fost uimiți de cât de repede au crescut și cum s-au dezvoltat.
This time, we also blow our mind how fast they were growing.
Aici, cam după o lună de zile, după ce am semănat în interior,
Here is after a month, after I plant seed inside.
ok? În fotografii se pot vedea culorile plantelor. Aici am sărit un pic pe...
In the picture, you can see the colors of the leaves of the plants.
Aici răsaturile care le-am pregătit și pentru dăruit și pentru plantat și pentru și în exteriorul domului.
This is the plant that we prepare for inside the dome, for gifts, and for outside the dome.
Și în 2021 chiar am semănat și la sfârșitul august.
And in 2022, I planted the seed even in August.
Ceea ce aici, în zona de munte fiind, sezonul e cam pe terminate la sfârșitul august.
Of course, here in the mountains, in August, the season is already to the end.
Aici sunt fotografii pe măsură ce au început să crească, să facă fructele.
These are the pictures in time when the plants were growing.
Pe cele 12 raze am semănat, am pus 12 soiuri de tomate.
On the 12 ray, I put the 12 different types of tomatoes.
Și chiar am reușit în interiorul domului să facem tot ceea ce este necesar de mâncare pentru o familie, chiar mai mult.
And we managed to grow food for a family easily and even more.
Chiar mai mult, că și în imagine se vede o salată care a devenit uriașă.
This is a salad that became huge.
Unele au ajuns și la 1,5 metri.
Some of them reach a meter height.
Foto și de afară.
From outside the dome.
Aici și domuri mai mici. Cel pe care l-ați văzut anterior, 9 metri, acesta este un dom de 4 metri, la Nico, în Oaza Nico.
This is the dome in Wazanico, 4-meter dome, and the other one was te referi la 4 metri diametru?
Da, 4 metri diametru.
This is a 2-meter height dome, and the other one is a 4.5-meter height dome.
Domul făcut de Flaviu l-am mai prezentat, dar chiar spectaculos ce s-a întâmplat cu acest dom.
This is a dome made by Flavio, and this year was spectacular what happened around him and inside him.
Tratamentul a fost același, atât pentru materialul domului, cât și plasa de umbrire pe care o vedeți, cea verde.
The treatment was the same for the wood and even for the mesh that you see.
Nico doar a plantat pe lângă dom și veți vedea ce s-a întâmplat.
Nico just planted around the dome, and you can see now what happened.
Aici un dovlecel care a vrut ca să se urce pe dom.
This pumpkin got up the dome on the top of him.
Și în interiorul lui practic sunt tomate. O să vedem.
And inside there are tomatoes. We will see next.
Și la Nico, datorită câmpurilor, practic toată vegetația strălucește.
Even at Nico's, the vegetation is glowing from the fields.
Aici, în partea aceasta, sunt castraveți.
Here are castraveți.
Care și ei au vrut ca să urce pe
Cucumbers.
Da. Aici se vede deja, e acoperit tot.
This is where it is all covered up.
Și în interior sunt tomatele.
Inside is the tomatoes.
La unele dintre ele chiar vârful a ieșit printre frunzele de deasupra.
Some of the tomatoes got outside and through the leaves.
Aici este un dom de 3 metri.
This is a 3-meter dome, in a sense that it's 3-meter diameter, and that's 1.5 height.
Este o fotografie care a fost făcută în momentul când a început să fie frig, aici, la sfârșitul octombrie.
This is a photo made at the end of the October, where it's got colder.
Aici ne-am întors iarăși la domul celălalt.
This is where we got back to the other dome.
Și acum ajungem la Horațiu și mulțumim Horațiu pentru minunățile acestea. Floarea soarelui de 4 metri și jumătate.
And now we get to Horatio, and thank you for this experience. This is a sunflower that got at 4.5 meters height.
Se poate vedea în imagine tulpina.
You can see the main
La un moment dat chiar credeam că o să ridice, florile o să ridice domul.
At some point I thought the flowers would raise up the dome. No, but I want to add something. If I would, then I would get down the triangles. You know that the sunflower will get out surely.
Aici se vede și din interior. Practic, domul acoperit cu celelalte și în interior ok tomatele.
Here you can see the inside the dome, inside the tomato, and outside the pumpkins.
Castravete și dovlecel unul lângă celălalt.
Pumpkins and cucumbers side by side.
Și acum ne întoarcem la domul celălalt cu care am început.
And this is the dome from the beginning, now in winter.
Și aici este, după ce deja a fost o perioadă de 3 zile de minus 8, minus 10 grade.
And this is after a period of 3 days with minus 8 degrees.
Și domul l-am învelit față de ce am arătat până acum cu o folie stretch, folia aceea pentru împachetat, pe care și la aceea am pulverizat-o.
This is the dome in this photo is covered with stretch foil for for wrapping out the sandwiches, and also sprayed with the plasma or with nano plasma or nano plants.
Plasma.
Johnny, plasma, yes, John.
Aici este soarele din centrul domului.
This is the center sun.
Și 4 dintre cele 5 triunghiuri sunt deschise, cele care sunt mai luminoase.
And the 4 triangles that are without snow are opened. Only the mesh is there.
Și așa este înăuntru domului.
And this is how it looks inside the dome with the snow outside.
Morcovii, cu toate că sunt la suprafață, după cum se poate vedea, practic nu au niciun fel de problemă pentru că în interior este o temperatură complet diferită.
As you can see, they are green and carrots are okay because inside it's a different environment.
Ok, asta a fost cu domurile și viitor.
Nu se vede, Gianni, nu se mai aude. Nu,
Hello?
acum da.
Ok. Vreau să spun că la domul acesta de 9 metri am folosit materiale în așa fel încât să fie costuri minime.
I want to say that with this 9 diameter dome, I use materials to have minimal costs,
Dar ca rezultate obținute nu se poate compara pentru că e incredibil.
but the results have no comparison because they are incredible.
Ok, am început cu o cremă și terminăm cu alta.
Okay, we started with a cream and we finished with another cream.
Și aici sunt toalele, folosim vase de ceramică sau sticlă pentru preparare.
We use ceramic or glass recipients to make this cream.
Și aici, practic, plantele care sunt tot de aici din oază,
And
plante
here,
așa zis medicinale,
the medicinal plants that are inside our oasis,
le luăm, le facem o infuzie de ulei,
we take them, we put them in oil,
numit ulei medicinal,
called medicinal
plante.
oil from plants.
După care, noi în momentul când punem pulberea de plante, adăugăm și plasmă.
After, when we put the powder of plants, we put the plasma too.
Apoi adăugăm uleiul și lăsăm la macerat.
And then we put the oil and then leave it to.
Am observat că în momentul când adăugăm plasma, practic putem să extragem mult mai mult din plantă decât făceam în mod obișnuit.
Well, I noticed that by using the plasma, the extraction from the plant is much more efficient than was before.
Aici în imagine ce se vede sunt bazele care sunt amestecurile acestea cu plante, din care iau și prepar alte creme.
Here in the photo, you can see the basis of many creams that then I make from them.
Și aici am reușit să surprind ceva magnific.
And here I captured something magnificent.
În momentul când am turnat cremele în recipienți, recipientele sunt din plastic. Le-am nano-acoperit înainte.
When I pour in the plastic recipients that I now coated before,
am observat cum începe să se cristalizeze crema, pornind de jos, din centru și de deasupra.
I saw how the cream started to crystallize from down and from up.
Am fost fascinat de aceste imagini.
I was fascinated by these images.
Și de la început și până s-a cristalizat, că o să vedem puțin mai încolo, așa, da, să vedem mai bine.
And from the beginning until they started to crystallize,
se formează aceste perechi și practic ele se unesc și așa se cristalizează toată crema.
they form pairs like this, and they crystallize and they unite, and this is the way the cream crystallizes.
Așa apare când se apropie de final.
This is almost at the end.
Și așa arată aici sunt 5 tipuri de creme făcute din plante diferite.
Here is 5 types of different types of creams of different types of plants.
Dar procesul este același la toate.
But the process is the same for all of them.
Și se întâmplă doar când lucrăm cu plasma. Dacă sunt tratate în mod obișnuit, comportamentul e același. Adică la fel, nu se întâmplă ce vedem aici.
And this is happening only when you use the plasma. If we don't use the plasma, this crystallization on this form doesn't happen.
Este magnific ce se întâmplă în dimensiunea plasmei.
It's magnificent what is happening in the plasmatic dimension.
Și cum am mai spus în repetate rânduri, noi folosim plasma pentru prepararea mâncării, pentru prepararea detergenților, a cremelor, a tot ceea ce este necesar în viața noastră.
And how I said in many times, we use plasma in everything, in the greens, in the water, in the food, in the everything, in the garden.
Practic,
O secundă. For I want to finish. For auto-sustainability, this is very important. So everyone can do it themselves.
da, exact asta vreau să spun, că practic nu mai există noțiunea de resturi, pentru că se folosește tot. Într-o astfel de oază se folosește absolut tot.
So there is no garbage like rest, because we use everything in our oasis. We transform it.
De aici am cules plantele, este Geta și îi mulțumesc pentru că împreună am realizat toate aceste lucruri.
Here is where I gathered all the plants, and this is Jeta, who I thank for doing all this.
Sunt mult mai multe de spus, pentru că avem un an întreg de realizări în toate domeniile pe care ni le-am propus.
And there are many things to say because there are many achievements in vast domains.
Revenim și în lunile care urmează, ca să lăsăm spațiu și celorlalți pentru împărtășire.
We will come back next week because we will like to meet the other ones to share.
Mulțumim domnului Keshe pentru dăruirea acestei intrări în acestei dimensiuni. Mulțumim tuturor căutătorilor de cunoștințe și să ne mulțumim nouă.
Thank you, Mr. Keshe, for this incredible knowledge. Thank you, knowledge seekers, and thank we.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gianni. That was a wonderful testimonial again, showing the technology to its full beauty. It seems that there's a few questions. Stefania, you're present. Would you like to ask some questions?
Hi, this is Rosa.
Oh, you are open your mic.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Roseanne. I had a question about this presentation. I was wondering if there was a door, like for entrance into the domes, even the small ones, or how he could get in and out from those domes.
Johnny, do you understand?
Yes, Horatio. Da, poți să spui tu.
Okay, I will try to. I will explain. Because Johnny said before, this was a very simple project, so the cost was minimum. We use the entering bit through a triangle, so the foil was cut where you want to add the entering, and also at the windows, you know. And this time Johnny just made a window at the top, the 4 triangles that you saw. It was without snow, and 2 doors, diametrally opposed. But you can do many things. You can build inside doors or outside door, or you can just open the triangles themselves by attaching them some gear, you know.
Okay, thank you. And another question is, I was wondering how long has he had these domes like running, working for him?
So this dome that was in first image, the 9-meter diameter dome, was built this 2021. So this is the first experience with a dome covered at first with the mesh. My experience is of 3 years with domes as a greenhouse. First year without the plasma technology, and latest with the plasma technology.
Excuse me, Horatio, I think your microphone's hitting up against something there. It's making a lot of noise in the background. Can you?
Sorry. Okay, sorry. I'm moving my hand. Okay, I will stand still.
Okay, we hear a lot of static like noise on it there. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I got my answer.
Thank you.
As Dean
Thank you very
mentioned,
much, everybody. Sorry, Rick, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to suggest that Stefania had a couple of questions here. I wonder if she's able to open her mic, or if you can, maybe you just want to ask the question. Ah, there we are.
Sorry, I was away. I was far away from the microphone. Sorry about that. Yes, good evening. Thank you for the testimonial. Yes, I would like to ask to Johnny, the plants he showed are the nano plants that he put on top of the wood to do the nano coating?
Johnny, understand it?
Yes.
Okay.
Procesul nanoacoperirii, a ceea ce numim nanoplante, l-am mai descris, dar dacă este necesar, o mai facem o dată.
Nu zicea dacă ce plante ai folosit pentru nanoplante.
Păi de asta spuneam că îl mai descris.
Johnny said the process of nanoplants is well documented. You know what plants he used, but in a small, he used all the plants from around the surrounding and from inside the oasis. You know.
Asta este mai important, plantele din jur, nu ce plante.
This is very important. All the plants from around the place that you want to want to work with nano plants.
Ele deja participă la echilibru din zonă și ceea ce venim făcându-le nano, venim și adăugăm mediului.
The plants already contribute to the equilibrium of the environment, and by making nano plants, we just come and give them more, you know.
Nu este necesar o cantitate mare de plante, ci bucățele din toate tipurile de plante care sunt în jur.
There is not necessarily a big amount of plants. It's just enough a small monster from all the plants around.
Apoi, nanomaterialele în combinație cu gansurile și aminoacidul.
And then the nanomaterials in combination with the gases and the amino acid.
De aici putem să facem o multitudine de soluții pentru tratat lemnul, pentru biocompost, au aceeași bază.
Here we can make different stuff from treating the wood, from making compost. The base is the same.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Johnny, when you said you make a nano plant, so to repeat, you're using the plants that are around you naturally, but the process of doing nano plant, you do like when you do nano food, when you do GANS food, it's the same process. How do you make?
Yes.
The same. It's the same.
Este același proces.
Yes, it's the same process.
Și mulțumesc că ai adus în discuție, pentru că folosim în acest proces chiar și resturile alimentare, de la coși de ouă, de portocale, absolut tot ce înseamnă parte vegetală din resturile alimentare.
And thank you for bringing this. We use even the rest from our alimentation, from our food, the eggs and the oranges, all of them in the mix.
Și același lucru îl adăugăm și în plasma biocompost.
And the same things we are doing in the plasma compost too.
Întoarcem înapoi pământului, zonei, elemente, dar la o altă intensitate a lor.
We give back the environment elements, but with a different intensity.
Chiar și pentru prepararea detergenților, aceeași bază, o folosim tot nanoplante.
Even for preparing the soap and the creams, we use the same base, nanoplants.
Este firesc ca într-un mediu în care folosim această plasmă să ne alimentăm deja la nivel de câmpuri.
It's natural that we can feed ourselves from the environment we create from the fields directly.
Și datorită acestui motiv, noi mâncăm foarte, foarte puțin.
And this is a motive in plus why we eat less. We eat very much, very.
De fapt, nici nu mai poate fi vorba de mâncare, ci doar gustăm de plăcere.
And it's not even about eating, it's just about tasting for pleasure.
Asta am observat-o tot datorită interacțiunilor, câmpurilor care sunt aici. La nivel de percepție, simțim altfel plantele, mirosurile și, de fapt, am înțeles că vorbim de câmpuri, de fapt.
And this is where we come to conclusion, to arrive to the feeling that we sense the plants different from around us, and we can connect differently with them, even through the fields.
Am observat acest lucru și la noi, practic, putem spune o echilibrare din punct de vedere emoțional, și nu numai.
We noticed with us that we came about emotional balance.
Dar acest lucru se întâmplă și la animăluțe.
But this thing is also for the animals.
Și cumva, practic, se întâmplă într-adevăr așa, ce spunem că...
Nu te mai aud, Johnny.
Acum?
Da.
E o chestie de semnal iar. Într-adevăr, datorită acestei tehnologii și mai ales înțelegerii ei, putem să realizăm lucruri magnifice. Mulțumesc.
And surely by understanding more this technology, we can use it for our... Ce ai vrut să zici? Putem să folosim pentru...
Atât, mulțumesc.
We can use it for us and for the people around us and for environment. Yeah. Yes. This is it. Thank you.
Thank you. Johnny, thank you so much. So if understood, the way you nano-coating the wood, no? So you're using the plants, nano plants. Do you also burn the wood, or I don't know,
Yes,
how do you
yes.
make it? Yeah, okay,
Yes,
good.
yes.
Make it black.
Yes.
Okay,
First
good,
we burn the wood.
Yeah.
First we burn the wood, and then we come with the nano plants and.
You paint it with the nano plants on top.
Yes.
Okay. And for the tube, for the inside tube, for the temperature, how you nano coat the plastic? It just Can you say how he does that? Or because I know there are different ways to nano coating plastic. I'm curious to know how he done the tube, how he nano coated the tubes.
For the creams,
For, you know the one. No, for the one. Do you know the one is got to regulate the temperature? The sun.
Oh yes, yeah,
sun,
oh, yeah. Okay.
The central sun.
Okay. Johnny, sir.
Da, n-am înțeles.
Cum ai acoperit tuburile de la soare prin interior sau prin exterior, dacă le-ai acoperit? Ne-am acoperit.
Da, nano-acopăr toate, noi nano-acoperim tot.
Dar te întreabă cum ne-am acoperit plasticul?
Pe interior și pe exterior.
Cum?
Unele pe interior și celelalte pe exterior.
Cum?
Am introdus în interior, de exemplu, ca să le nano-acopăr pe interior, am introdus soluția caustică, cum am făcut la tine.
Da, pe asta vreau să explic. So just John, you saying to nano-cover the plastic tube from inside, we put caustic liquid inside, and if we want to nano-cover the plastic outside, we put in immersion the tube without the caustic getting inside the tube, you know.
Does he use cold caustic for inside and outside, or he using imagine a hot caustic, like you know the way we do with the spiral, you know, we put the hot water and the caustic.
That depends on the plastic you use. This plastic that John uses is medicinal plastic, so it has some polyamide, yeah, high quality resistance of temperature, so you can use hot caustic. But that's the difference. If you use another kind of plastic, you need
like a vinyl, like some tubes are vinyl, more soft. So that one may be called caustic. Okay, so depending, obviously,
that's another thing. That's another thing.
Material, Horatiu.
Be very careful with the material, because this plastic is it's chosen because he have some properties that the tubing that you talk about has different properties, because it has silicone in them and some other stuffs, you know. And this
which tube does he use? Which what's the name of those tubes?
Polyamide.
So if I want to, okay, thank you. Because we in the Italian group, we now making like another group where we saw the workshop of the testimonial of the 39 testimonial public workshop, where Gianni explain the heating system in the dome, inside the dome, and we now have made a group of people who they want to try the same thing. So we are now at the stage where we order the tubes, and we want to know which tubes he used. So yes, correct. And because we heard him say all the time nano plant, I wanted to explain what was. Definitely I can see that it works, because the plants are really big. The plants are enormous.
Stefania, tuburile sunt făcute în Italia, poliamidul.
The tubes are made in Italy, you know, polyamide.
Noi de acolo le cumpărăm, le aduce cineva de acolo, din Italia, le importă.
I buy them from Italy, you know.
Și am explicat în grupul de agricultură italian cum sunt și am dat toate datele acolo.
And I explained in the agriculture group in Italian all the details in there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then okay, so yeah, you explained all that. It's fine.
Vreau să mai adaug ceva aici vis-a-vis de furtune.
I want to add something about the.
Am observat că folosesc colegii și din plastic și din acrilat.
I observed that the colleagues are using plastic and acrylic.
Este ok. Am folosit și noi la început.
It's okay. We use them at the beginning.
Ceea ce am observat au o intensitate mai mică decât tuburile acestea care sunt nano-acoperite.
What we saw, they have small intensity that this tube is.
Și celelalte tuburi se nano-acoperă, doar că durează puțin mai mult. Atâta tot.
The other tubes, they are nano-covering, but the time is to nano-cover takes longer.
Am mers pe poliamid datorită faptului că este un plastic mai special și conține și un anumit aminoacid.
We chose polyamide because it's a special plastic that contains some kind of amino acid.
Am făcut mai multe teste până am ajuns la poliamid.
We made a lot of tests until we chose polyamide.
Și unul dintre aspecte ne-a interesat ca să reziste la temperatură mai mare.
And one of the aspects was to resistance of high temperature.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I saw that Rick. Thank you, Rick. You put some link on the chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, there are just a couple of random links that I found through Google. Yeah, it's a special medical type tubing, pretty much, the polyamide. So if people are interested, that sounds to be like the way to go, according to Gianni. And of course, he's got access to this because he's in the medical profession and so on and knows about that. So.
I just thank you, Rick. I just wanted to ask the last question to Gianni. Oh my God, I wanted to ask. Yes, we're gonna try to do the heating system, the one just with the fields. From your last testimonial, you said that they're working much stronger than the one with the guns. Did you understand well? So the tube for the temperature, but just with fields, and you had two variation of one with just cup one. This is what I understood. And the second one, you had a variation of using a combination of cup one and cup two, the cup of man. So we're gonna try to repeat that in the Italian group, but just with the fields. Yes, so for you was just this question, for you was they are stronger the one with just fields in compared to the one with the guns? I make more
Okay,
clear
okay.
question.
You understand, John?
Yeah. Sorry.
Au vorbit un pic cam repede, spune-mi, te rog,
Întrebarea era care e mai puternică, încălzirea plasmatică cu gansuri să o faci, cu tuburi sau cu câmpuri, că o să încerce din cupa vieții și din cupa omului să facă amestecul, cum ai zis tu, să adaugi în plus. Deci care e mai eficient, doar cu câmpuri sau și cu gans? Sau cu gans?
Am înțeles asta și vreau să o povestesc. Ok. Am făcut primii sori care i-ați văzut, i-am făcut cu gans.
Okay, the first sons that I made were strictly with ganses.
În următorii am folosit bila din centru doar cu câmpuri.
And then The next one, I use the ball only with fields.
Ce înseamnă aceasta? Am pus bila într-un reactor de CH3 în cazul acesta.
What that means, I just put the ball inside the CH3 reactor in this case.
Apoi am făcut un soare doar cu tuburile nano-acoperite.
And then I made the sun only with the nano-covered tubes.
Percepția care o am simțit câmpurile mai puternice la cel fără gansuri, fără lichid, decât celălalt. Și spun, da, pentru mine, la nivel de câmpuri, e mult mai simplu decât cu gansuri sau celelalte.
For me, for my sensitivity, the one just nano-covered was stronger fields than the one with gases. So yes, for me, the fields are, from my perception, are stronger than the one with just nano-covering.
Dar am observat și o altă manifestare.
But I observe a different manifestation.
Și asta într-un loc unde am nano-acoperit pereții.
And this is in a place where I nano-cover the walls.
Am pus soarele în centrul încăperii.
I just put the sun in the center of the room.
Și în soare nu era nimic. Adică nu se vedea niciun lichid, erau doar tuburile unite în forma soare.
And inside the sun there was nothing, though there were just the tubes put there in the shape of the sun.
Persoanele care erau senzitive, imediat cum intrau, simțeau căldura. Câmpurile le simțeau dinainte de a intra în încăpere.
The person that were more sensitive, they sense the fields from outside the place, but when they got inside, they immediately feel the hot environment.
La experiment au participat mai mulți oameni, pentru că eram într-un cerc de dăruire de semințe.
To this experiment participated many people because it was in a center where we donate seeds for people to plant.
Cei care nu vedeau nimic în inele și mai ales știau asta, spuneau că nu funcționează. Pentru ceilalți care erau senzitivi, funcționa.
The one that looked closer and saw that was nothing in that rings, they saw that didn't work. And the ones that just sense the fields, for them, they work. It works.
Așa am realizat că, de fapt, sunt cel care mă conectez cu soarele pe care l-am făcut.
This is how I understand that I am the one who is connecting with the sun that I make.
Și că este important ca cel care vrea să-l folosească să își facă propriile gansuri sau să-l facem împreună.
And it is very important that ones who want to make the sun to make his own gases or to make them together.
Conexiunea cu plasma, cu dispozitivele pe care le facem, este la nivel de suflet.
The connection with the plasma, with the devices that we made, is the connection with the soul.
Și făcându-le am învățat foarte multe lucruri.
And by making them, we learn a lot of things.
Și mulțumesc pentru întrebare și cu drag răspund în măsura cunoașterii la care am ajuns. Mulțumesc.
And thank you for the question, and I continue to answer to the question.
Deci you said CH3, no? CH3, but now we not recommended to use it, CH3,
But
no?
This
And
was very
yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah,
It's
no,
very-
I know. I know was I know did it done in the past. In fact, matter of fact, he explained last time that he used cup 1 and cup 1 and cup 2. But he said something important last time. I just wanted to know if I understood correct. He said that he tried different combination of guns, but it's the ratio that mainly who does the trick, the different ratio of the tubes. So we as a group, we could use or only just cup 1 because of different ratio of the deep or the tubes, or the combination of cup 1 and cup 2. We can choose one of the other if I understood correct. So we can use, I repeat, just in case it's not clear. From last time testimonial, he had two version of the heating system. One where he just used cup 1 in all the 4 tubes. This is what I understood. And the different ratio of the 4 tubes for the length and the diameter, they were different. This creating the heating system, and even though he just used one type. And then he had another variation where he used cup 1 and then cup 1 and cup 2, and that worked as well. So I just wanted to make sure I understood well where he said that is the ratio also is enough to create the heat of the different size of the tubes and length. Is it correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Aici aș vrea să mai adaug un lucru.
I want to add something.
Practic, soarele poate fi făcut și dintr-un singur gans, din plasma din Ocupă Viață.
Practically, the sun can be made with one gas from one cup, one life.
Cel mai important este să înțelegem ce vrem să facă soarele pentru noi.
The most important thing is to understand what we want the sun to do for us.
Dacă vrei să-l faci dacă vrem să-l facem dintr-un singur gans, din Ocupă Viață, de exemplu, din plasma de acolo,
If you want to make from one type of gas, from the one cup of life,
avem deja 3 componente acolo. Plasma lipidă, aminoacidul, gansul.
we have already 3 components there: the liquid plasma, the amino acid, and the gases.
Sunt plasme de același fel, dar la intensități diferite.
Those are plasmas, the same plasma, but the different intensity.
Doar jocul cu aceasta în inele înseamnă gradiente diferite și putem să extragem ce vrem.
Just the playing with this in the ring gives you different gradients.
În grupul italian de agricultură de pe Telegram am scris acolo că poate fi făcută și din alte gansuri. Nu numai Ocupă o Viață și Cupe, ci magnezi, gans de magneziu, gans de calciu, gans de potasiu.
I wrote on the Telegram Italian that you can make it even with magnesium gans and other type of gases too, depending on what you want.
Întrebarea este, oare e necesar din a doua cupă să punem și în inele? Oare vrem intensitatea câmpurilor cuprului de acolo?
The question is, you really want to put the gas from the second cup inside the rings? Do you really want the fields of the copper in there?
De când am început să facem cupele, până acum, din cupa 2 am folosit doar câmpurile în cea mai mare parte.
from the beginning when we started to use the ganses, we use from the second cup only the fields
și picături din cupa 2. Picături.
and drops from the second cup, drops of ganses.
Și asta deoarece nu a fost necesar să folosim altfel.
And this is because it was not necessary to make it different.
Când am construit soarele, am avut imaginea celor două raze magnetice, exact ca în simularea de la Fundația Keshe.
When I constructed the sun, I have the image of two magnetic rays, just like in the drawing of the Mr. Keshe.
Apoi am văzut cum din fiecare rază, una dintre ele devine gravitațională, se întoarce.
And then I saw how from every ray, some of them became gravitational.
Și am văzut că ele sunt două câte două, 4 câmpuri de forță.
And I saw there were 2 by 2 and 4 forces field.
Și clar, pulsația care vine din centru, plasma liberă,
And of course, the pulsation that comes
sufletul soarelui.
from the center, the free plasma, the soul of the sun.
Am spus imaginea pe care o am din momentul în care am făcut-o, pentru că e de ajuns să schimbăm doar câmpurile din interiorul soarelui.
I describe you the image that I saw because it's enough to change the fields from inside the sun.
Ca să aducem în mediu un câmp de o anumită intensitate și de un anumit tip.
To bring inside the environment a certain type of field and a certain type of intensity. Yeah.
Mulțumesc că mi-am reamintit acest lucru.
Thank you for reminding me.
Pentru că este mai important să înțelegem de ce și cum funcționează decât soarele în sine.
Because it's very important why and how it's functioning than the sun itself.
Ceea ce am afirmat este ceea ce înțeleg acum și știu că este doar un pas mic, abia la început.
What I share with you is my understanding until now, and I know it's just a small step in the big understanding.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Gianni. Thank you, Stefania, and everybody that's been speaking. Jabi, Mayani, sorry, I don't pronounce your name very well. Thank you all very much for that wonderful testimonial and all that wonderful knowledge that's been spread. That's quite incredible. I know, Gianni, you've been involved with this technology for quite some time, and you've been showing and teaching many people with your experiences and what you're actually achieving, which is we can all see plainly in from the pictures and your testimonials. You know, it's quite incredible. Thank you, Gianni. Rick, do we have any other people that would like to come forward with testimonials at the moment? Do you have any hands up, or is it time to call it a day? Would you like to do it? Would continue? Anybody else would like to come forward?
I do have a rooster crowing away in my window, reminding me apparently that it's time to close soon.
Yeah, I think so.
Perhaps you can hear that just now. Strangely enough. But Dan has a suggestion here with the 8th International Knowledge Seekers Workshop, an excerpt about star formation, our connection with systems. Perhaps we could listen to that. I think it's an 8-minute excerpt from, if he means from 144 to 152, I think that's what he means there. So we could listen to that, and if there's any other questions after that, we can address them, but we probably should wrap up soon. But is there anyone else that has anything they wanted to present today, first of all? There's definitely still time if you like to.
Filippo just asked me did you want to enter? I think you want to ask something. Filippo is going to enter soon, and he maybe want to ask something to Gianni. I don't know, just to let you know.
Okay, well, we can play the video first, perhaps, and if he comes in, then he can ask the question. Is that what you mean? He'll be coming into the chat?
Yes, just now. He just called me. I want to,
right.
Because I make an announcement on the group that I was speaking with Gianni.
Okay, good. Well, let's give them a bit of time and we'll have a look at this excerpt that Dan recommended and come back in a few minutes here. So once again, this is from the 8th International Knowledge Seekers Workshop of March 8th, 2016. Let me put the,
Sound is mute in the YouTube.
Yeah, just a second here.
It's become really powerful.
Now, what is important is that does not matter where and how you position your systems. The position or the reality is where the fourth one sits. And your emotion is the fourth one, not your physical body.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Hopefully in the coming days, we will take this to step further. I have built system like this before, and in the coming time, we will use these systems for a specific purpose in Switzerland. What we're going to do is to bring a man out of coma using this system. I know there are some people listening, they know exactly, because I discussed with you, where it's going to go. You can still share, you don't need to stop.
Yep.
So what it is if the man in his emotion wants to come alive, will receive the energy for him to wake up. We see a very bright light in the middle of your picture. Is that the sun shining in?
Or the free plasma, I don't know.
So what it is that
Yeah, sure. Casque.
is the sun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, no problem. So what we see and what we are heading for is irrelevance of the system, but having a condition of a star formation in how your emotion becomes a fourth section. All the stars, even if you look at in your amino acid, are not the same. You have a nitrogen, carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. So they have a different position, a structure, and number of atoms and what do you call it, protons and electrons. So in the way you do, once you set up a tree structure which are built together, they behave as one. And then you become the fourth one if you want to be, connect to it. In this process, you will understand a lot of things, that you become the system. You are part of the system. And if your wish is to change, let's say, aggression, the rest will not allow you, because this is not what they can do. This is not what they can receive. And then they teach you to lose your aggression. That does not exist. If you go two other way, that does not exist too. Jackie tells you what has happened in the house with you lot. Emotionally, you were telling me.
Yeah, it's if you want, one other person can give his feeling of emotion.
Yes, please, because it's not just you. We have somebody else who's
She want to speak in French, and I will translate.
Yes, carry on, please.
Non, l'émotion qu'il y a eu, qu'il a ressenti dans le.
Can you introduce who she is, please?
Yes, it's Yannick. Is from Switzerland. She want to say hello in French.
Ce que ça m'a amené, c'est je suis Yannick de je suis heureuse d'être avec vous.
Okay, she said she's happy to be there. Pendant la séance, que ça a amené émotionnellement. She said love.
Can you ask her how
a lot of emotions.
Yes.
A really, really, really strong emotion. Come back to the truth meaning of life. And she is a little bit sad, some sadness. She see this planet, so to come from this. And then she have to regain his potential of creation, of be the creator, and can create what she want. This is his goal for the life, and this is for Yannick. What I can say, it's another person. It's a young lady. She has 20 years. And during the session, she started crying because it's so much emotion. It's really emotional, lot of emotion. And then the next day, she is really perturbed. Yeah, depressive. She have a lot of crying, of emotions. And then she goes really better, and she starts to understand what's happened. And now she's really, really happy. She's listened to us. She's in the course, not in this house, but she's listening to this workshop, and she fall in a lot of emotions. Another lady, beautiful lady, was so emotional. She really understand with what we are really dealing. You know, when we start dealing with the plasma world and the true power of the creation, all your fears become, and all your it's like, if you want to have an idea, a picture, it's like when you focus your eyes in the sun. You know, it's so much energy. It's difficult to stay in front, but it's beautiful, you know. And now she realizes the true meaning of the plasma technology. But it's it's difficult to confront, you know.
Thank you very much, Jack. The interesting point is that I know one thing. The way we showed you the pen and you all ran to make the pens. The way we show the pads and you all ran to make the pads when you saw the maggraph system. You all ran to make the maggraph system. Now, with this demonstration, you have the blueprint how to become a man of peace. Not to eat other things and animals and gradually go through the process. This is shocking for a lot of governments. This will be shocking for a lot of world leaders who are planning a lot of wars and killing. Because all you need to do is what I said before. If you produce enough maggraph systems, we will enforce the change. Keshe Foundation stands for peace. There's one nation, one planet, one race, and we start the process today.
One more 30 seconds, because this is the statement very important.
Okay, thank you, Dan.
We carry on for a time being with the present physical condition, but underneath we start bringing the change. As many as you can create these systems and understand how each star formation becomes independent unit on its own, and then when you put the 3-star formation to become part of the lot, and then you become the 4th. Everybody else is the 4th. But the beauty of it is that you will connect. The beauty of it is that we have started the true world peace by not even eating another animal. I see Ali, he says, I'm here, I want to show. He's so impatient. Come on, Ali, show us.
And I think that gets into a whole other topic.
Yes, it's two state who Mr. Keshe is saying. You create the star formation, you are connected by your emotion with this, let's say, soul of the system. And second, it's bringing the peace by making more magra, more system or more feeding station, let's say. It's creating the peace. And she previous, it's explained, let's say, the experiment for shortage of food and how to provide the taste, the energetic food, let's say, by this system. And when I say food, is not only the banana and the pizza and everything else. Also the heat, also the what is your need.
How is this system used? Do you know, Dan? There was a question from 7th Star in the YouTube. Is he talking about sitting on top of the star formation? Is that part of what is the procedure, to sit on top of the star formation, become the 4th item in a way?
Another day, another time, Mr. Keshe is saying it's not important if your magra, your guns is in another place, another city. You are connecting. It's also here is saying it's not important the position, not the physical body where you are, where you put the intention, where you put your emotion. It's the top of this star formation, the 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I bring this just for remember.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. And I know in the horizontal body enhancement spaceship unit, for example, there's a reactor at each end of it, and you lie down in that example. So there's different situations where there might be reactors in a certain formation, but generally speaking, it's like like Dan says, it's your intention is what's important, and placing yourself in a certain position. Gianni, I don't know if you have a hand up, if you want to say something. Go
Yes,
ahead.
Rick. Yes, Rick. Thank you. Aș vrea să reamintesc un lucru.
I want to remember something. To remember you something.
Și mulțumesc, Dan, pentru filmulețul acesta.
And thank you, Dan, for this short film.
Îmi amintesc că în momentul când am făcut primii sori,
I remember the first sons that I made.
i-am făcut din cupru.
I made it out of copper.
Și Rick, dacă îmi permiți, pot să arăt o fotografie.
And Rick, if you permit me already to share a photo.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
Ok. Se vede? Da, se vede.
Da.
M-am dus cu ideea să fac sori, expre pentru a-i pune în centrul unei încăperi.
I got the idea to make the suns and to put them in the middle of the room.
Și mă gândeam cum să fac să mă conectez cu soarele.
And I was thinking, how can I connect with the sun?
În cuptor am reușit sorii sunt făcuți din sârmă de cupru, dar aduși în spectrul respectiv într-un cuptor special, nano-acoperit.
The suns are made out of copper, but they are put in the oven at a certain temperature, so they can have this color of
Primii i-am făcut în spectru nano, pe care îl cunoaștem.
The first that I made was the nano spectrum.
Negru.
Dark, black.
Și am simțit și chiar am văzut cum interacționează cu plantele.
And I sensed and I saw how he interacted with the plants.
Am observat cum cresc în momentul când poziționez.
I saw how the plants grow when you position them.
Și apoi am realizat că, de fapt, gansurile și mai mult decât atât, plasma lichidă era mai puternică decât câmpurile pe care le emitea un soare.
Then I realized that the gases are much stronger than the sun can provide the fields.
Dar ce am observat că un soare făcut din cupru nano îmi amplifica câmpurile gansurilor care le aveam în flacoane cu apă.
What I saw is that the suns made out of copper nano were amplifying the gases that were in the garden, in the bottles on the ground.
Și așa le-am făcut pe cele din plastic, din tuburi.
And this is how I made them from plastic tubes.
Și e uimitor ce forță au.
And it's amazing how the forces that they have.
Vreau să reamintesc tuturor celor prezenți și celor care vor vedea.
I want to remember everyone that is seeing this and they will see it in the future.
Că Fundația Keshe are cursuri private pentru agricultură.
That Keshe Foundation have private agriculture classes.
Și nu numai, și pentru transport, pentru absolut orice.
And even for transportation and other things.
Și acolo găsiți informația direct la sursă și mult mai completă.
And there you can find the information direct from the source and more complex.
Eu sunt doar un căutător al cunoașterii, la fel ca mulți alții,
I'm just a knowledge seeker, the same as so many others.
și împărtășesc ceea ce am înțeles și am aplicat tehnologia așa cum am înțeles-o. Și mulțumesc.
And I'm sharing with you this technology, how I understand it and how I use it. And thank you.
Great. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for all your sharing today. Very generous.
Rick, I don't know if it's reading in the chat. The similitude, not similitude, the equality between the structure of the brain, of the skull, soul, cerebrum, brain, and the skin, like in the son of Johnny Gigi, because have the field, which means the soul, after having the GANs, because it's put in the reactor of CH3, which means have the plasma water and little bit of GANs in exterior of the ball, and after having the nano layer, is the copy of our brain or the planet, let's say.
Yes, that makes sense. Good example. Thank you. Even the sun itself has layers and has a skin.
And the 3 layers are very important to start with, magnetic, gravitational.
And as Dan mentions in the last chat entry here, in the center between the nanocoils is created a free plasma or soul. And that's actually an important factor, especially when you get into the configuration. If you already have 3, well, there's a free plasma in the center of those 3 elements, 3 parts. But if you add a 4th part, then you have a tetrahedral or pyramid type structure, and that free plasma then has a chance to exist in the center of that tetrahedral structure, in the center of that pyramid.
And the analogy with Alex B is the same. With the sun, what you are saying is the same. With the earth, with everything, have like Jalal is like into saying, 3 layers, one below, one in top, and one in the middle. From plasma to matter to plasma.
Yep, I think that's a general rule of the universe, and it's expressed in many ways with the idea of the affirmative and denying and the reconciling forces, and the force of good and evil, but there's also the neutral force in between that we don't talk about. So there's a female and male, but there's also the interaction between is a third force in a way. Yes, indeed. Any other comments or ideas about that? Okay, well, perhaps we should wrap up for today. What do you think, Dean? Anything else on the menu?
I can.
Oh,
Thanks
we
for
have,
that.
sorry, we have Filippo who's come in
Oh,
here
yeah,
now.
Let
who
Philip
Hey,
go.
everybody.
expected that. Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, I just a little bit, a small video made from Lucio. And Lucio is playing now with the Magra Stacker. And tonight, he sent me this small video. And what he noticed about this kind of connection, he played with different type of connection between the Magra. And the setup he made is with a car battery, one capacitor, and one small load about it. And what he noticed is increasing current, power current on the ampere level, not about voltage. And it doesn't know. I got all the schematics. If you like, I share it. Even the video is up to you. What did you reckon?
Sure, that'd be okay. Let's go for that.
Well, do I need to share my screen? Or can I send to you in some way this tool, this file, this video and schematics? What did you reckon, Rick?
Well, if it's a video of any size, it'll take some time to upload and download and all of that. We don't have time for that today, but if you can play it, the video.
I'm going for
system,
sharing my screen.
Okay.
All right. Right. Okay. Do you see my desktop?
Yeah, it's best not to show your desktop because you don't want the whole world knowing all your intimate details.
Well, not too much here. I go ahead. Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see what's happening here. Right. I modify this. And voila. And this is the video. And now I'm gonna share the schematics of this connection, how we connected the stacker unit. Voila. This is it. How Lucio connect all this battery with the stacker, with the motor and the loads. That's it. Do someone need this file maybe? Can I share with you in some way?
What was the results or what?
Well, you notice the current flow is getting high instead stay in a different measure on a current side with the same loads. It means this stacker unit is always connected to some kind of loads, always in the same way. The only thing it changed is how it connect the current flow or the way you connect the stacker between, as you can see here, this is 3 stacker units. And you make different kind of connection between all this inner coil and outer coil. I mean, the magnetic and the gravitational and so on. And it made different connection. This time, he noticed a dropping in current flow. Do I make myself clear?
Increasing two-side gravitational, which means two stacker, and outer stacker, the last stacker, is magnetical, let's say.
Yeah,
By
that one is the magnetical. That one is the gravitational. Did you mean that?
You
Yes,
said the opposite.
two stacker is in the same way, same,
Yeah.
let's say one inner coil, the outer coil, and the last it's opposite.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, it changed the flow, the directional flow. Yeah. This is it.
By gravitational, you take, let's say, you attract. For this reason, you have more amperage.
Could you repeat, please, Dan?
You are putting the energy inside of battery because you increase the gravitational. You pull.
Okay, because now this gravitational is gravitational. It's more gravitational respect the inner coil. Is
perhaps it's better
if you think
tomorrow,
about if you think
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what do you mean?
Sorry, in the plasma reactor.
Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm not understanding what the benefit was, how much power savings, or what you're trying to measure with it. Is it 2 amps that was added or subtracted, or I don't understand what's going on here with the whole thing.
Right. Okay. Okay. It's
I don't even
maybe I
understand
got
what it looks like.
more information because it's very fresh. He posted me roughly 30 minutes ago, and then I'm here in the sharing thing. I bring in this new stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I
Well,
know.
We'll get more information, and maybe
Yeah,
we can show it in the Keshe
Sure.
Plasma Reactor group.
Yeah, for sure.
Or in the next testimonial if it's an ongoing experiment.
Right. So yes, it's an ongoing experiment. It makes different setup, and so this nice pop up with this news, and so I'm here, and so I'm sharing it. Okay,
Excellent.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I stopped my sharing. Yeah. I think
Okay,
so.
thank you. I'll get mine going here. And there we are. Okay, anybody else have something they'd like to contribute today?
Rick, did you read because maybe I was not listening at the time. Did you read the testimonial of the Italian knowledge seeker? I put it in the chat, but it's very small.
No, that's right. Thank you for the reminder. I could read that.
Yeah, because you read better than me for sure. She's Italian seeker and knowledge seeker, and then she just also asked me to just pass this to the testimonial, and yeah, if you want to read it.
Okay, good. Milena, Italian knowledge seeker. Okay, she says, I'd like to give you my feedback about the use of plasma water. I'm allergic to graminease. I'm not sure what graminease is. I guess it's a plant. And from spring to autumn, I have to clean the garden, taking away that grass which grows very fast. I start to sneeze, then my voice goes down, and after 1 hour of work, my breath becomes asthmatic. And in a few minutes, my respiratory system is full of mucus. I feel like I am a smoker. This summer, I made the aerosol with plasma water, as Mr. Keshe taught us. And I can say that after 10 minutes of inhalation, I started breathing well again. And after an hour, it was all over. Another feedback is about mosquito stings while working in the garden. A lot of stings on the legs and arms, continuous itch everywhere. But after an abundant plasma water spray, the itching immediately stopped and no skin irritation was visible the next day. So thank you from Milena.
Thank you.
Yes, I've noticed that with the skin itching as well. If I spray plasma water on and just let it sit, don't wipe it off, let it dry on your skin, and bingo, the itch goes away, and it's such a relief for those that have skin issues where virtually everything you put on, including water, will make it just itch worse.
I've been testing, there was a testimonial, I don't know if I read it or maybe someone said it here, where they had a small cut, you know, when you just cut like a paper cut, the finger, and he put he or she, I don't remember, he put the cup 1 to stop the bleeding and it stopped immediately. So I tried myself, and to me it was the same. This actually is really good test that because usually when you cut the fingertip, you know, they always bleed in quite a bit. It's always difficult to make them stop. But I did happen to me as well, where I just cut, you know, when you cut a little cut in the finger, and I used cup 1, and immediately the bleeding was because I didn't have any plaster. So I thought, let me try if it works, and it did works. It was quite impressive. I don't know if you ever tried this.
Yeah, it's good for that kind of thing. KS is the plasma water from cup 1. Well, I've used pre-cup 1 technology, basically the CO2 and ZNO plasma water that you get from doing the CO2 kit type technology. That was pre-cup 1, cup 2 technology. Okay, we should probably wrap it up here for today.
Thank you.
Thanks to everybody for their contributions today for the 62nd public meeting for testimonials. Let's have a look at the calendar here and see when the next one is coming up. That will be in February. It's always the second Monday of the month, so that people know. In this case, it'll be the 14th of February will be the next 63rd public meeting for testimonials. All right, and we also have the One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace and Justice coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, January 11th, and that's at 4 p.m. Central European Time. And
Vic, sorry.
Go ahead.
Don't forget in the YouTube to correct because when it's starting a live stream.
Yeah, I made the mistake of even starting the YouTube. It's not supposed to be broadcast to YouTube. I didn't realize that, and it's a preset title in YouTube, and that's supposed to be for the next meeting, which was the One Nation, and it's been used. So I'll have to get Stanley to reset that in YouTube. Yep. I'll probably take down that that video because we're not supposed to put that up. Mr. Keshe had asked only the Knowledge Seekers workshops and the One Nation, One Planet, One Race for World Peace are to be broadcast to YouTube. So we'll take that one down. But it's available in live stream for anyone that needs to review the video. And thank you, Dan, for those reminders. Okay, and I think that's it for now. The Keshe Plasma Reactor Group, that'll be on Wednesday, January 12th at starting at 7 a.m. Central European Time. Usually goes for at least 4 hours, and people are welcome to show their implementation of the plasma technology. And we welcome beginners and experts in that class. All right, I think that's it for now. Okay, bye everyone, and see you in the next public workshop.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much.
And we'll go out with the Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit, which will take us away with a little clapping and dancing to carry on our day with.